About 9 p.m., a group of citizens from the Cherry Tree Lane community of Four Park, Clarendon, were assembled at a car wash playing bingo when a group of men approached and opened fire, killing 8 persons, including an 8-year-old boy and 3 females. 9 persons, including a 1-year and 9-month-old baby, were shot and injured and are at the hospital.
Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a Buzz. The video that you just saw is of Top Popo, Mr. Fitz Bailey, Deputy Commissioner of Popo, giving you details or the Popo version of what transpired in a place that is called Cherry Tree Lane, that is in Four Parts, Clarendon to be specific, where it is confirmed that at least 8 persons thus far have lost their life, and then conflicting between 9 and 10 persons were conned up also. Some of them fatal. Based on the news report, it is said that at least 5 persons lost their life on the spots, and then the next 3 persons. Based on what the Popo is saying, persons were there at some sorts of bingo, some sorts of domino thing, enjoyment, liquor, rate, lele, blue, blah, bling. The lady that owned the establishment, she was keeping some sorts of birthday party for her boyfriend. Based on the Popo version of it, some people roll up in some sorts of Axio. 3 men alighted from the vehicle, blaze up some can, run down some people, GUN down some people. While I am speaking about this, you can look at the screen. You're going to see the names, 8 names of the deceased, and then also 10 or so names of the persons that were also injured. It is said that, based on the Popo version, 3 men alighted from out of some sorts of Axio, blaze up some can upon the people, take with themselves, jump in at the Axio and exit towards the Maypen area by the Maypen bypass or the Four-Path bypass. When they left that scene, they then passed a next scene along Cherry Tree Lane and see some other people there, blaze up some can. 1 man was hit. That man also lost his life. Jumping at the vehicle again and then take with himself. Based on the information that I am getting, this is from the street, this is from people that know the place, this is from people that were actually there, our family members that were there. This was no sort of drive-by, and yes, there was a car involved, obviously. The people drove up there. The people were in the crowd as if they were enjoying the party, but they were plotting and scheming, just waiting for the word to do what they were supposed to do by the higher-ups in the gang. It is said that the person that they went for, the person was not caught up. The person did not lose their life. As a matter of fact, that person was not even there. So that is why they were there and just lay waiting. But it seems as if they got frustrated and orders were given that, listen, FUCK it, just blaze up some people. It does not matter who get it. As much damage that you can do, you are going to leave the place in a topsy-turvy. And that is exactly what they did. It is said that they started them wheel and pop off the tool, whether the tool was in the car, because some of them had all sorts of high-powered rifles. Some had tool 9 to the M4 to the 5th. So then them wheel off and then put the people in some sorts of circle. They gather the people. Obviously, people are going to be petrified. Persons are going to be scared. So it is said that all who start run, people start run them down and GUN them down. And then, yes, they did jump in the vehicle. And then, yes, they did call up some other people or a next person at a next location down the lane from this. So the end results are the same, but the details in which the Popo are giving you, them never did it. Our people are tell me where they did it. I give their account of exactly what transpired. So based on the information that I am getting, it is said that the motive for all of this is a long-standing gang feud that has been going on for the longest while. As a matter of fact, it is said that this is directly a reprisal for a shooting that took place in Havana Heights, maybe a couple of years ago. And people, I don't know if you've been watching my channel, I spoke about this before. I spoke about an imminent war that was going to break out between Havana Heights and Cherry Tree Lane, and people, so said, so done, told you that this is the Black Cat channel. Everything me say is the truth. It is built online. It is not built online. It will come to you. So based on the information that I am getting, it is said that these people know each other. These people used to hustle in the scamming, lottery scamming, chopping that is. But like the saying goes, there is no sort of honor amongst thieves, especially crab in a barrel. Friend Killer, scammers, chopper in a Jamaica, they are the worstest of the worstest. So that was what caused the dispute. However, the motive behind this reprisal, or this is a reprisal for an incident that took place in Havana Heights, in which it is said about 6 persons got conned up or even lose them life. So therefore, them kind of weights and people, you know that when it comes to these criminal elements, the saying that goes something like this: misery loves company. They are going to wait until they can cause the most damage. So therefore, when them hear any sorts of music and them know say people are enjoy themselves, they are going to try to FUCK up the high. Because like them say, misery loves company. And what kind of misery can you cause when a group of persons, hundreds of persons, patrons are gathered at some sorts of birthday party to send some sorts of strong message for something that it is alleged that was done there? It is also said that when that incident took place in Havana Heights, a vehicle of someone that lives in that area was from Cherry Tree Lane. So therefore, that is where the eruption started. And even before that, they knew exactly who was responsible because, like me say, a friend KILLER's. Friends that turn rival, DEADLY. Now, people, here's the thing about this whole scamming thing. These scammers have the popo in them pockets. So you see, this has been going on for several years. Everybody in the neighborhood know who fight, who are the rivals, which people they over Havana, which people they over Cherry Tree Lane. But the thing is this, like me say, they are not going to go to the popo because they feel as if them go to the popo and persons have learned, persons have lost their life, doing the same thing, trying to do their civic duty, only if we find up or end up in the graveyard because the popo go back and tell the scammer, say, you know, here so that person file some sort of report upon them, and then them say this person are informer, and you know the principle, the protocol as it pertains to that informer for DEAD. So at the end of the day, like me say, these people are not going to talk, or they would not talk, when probably 6 people get caught up, a couple of people lose them life. So people are going to probably consider that multiple pie up. However, when it comes to the threshold of MASS, SHOOTING, and people are get tekwe, we are speaking about terroristic activity. We are speaking about a group of men that have people gathered with all sorts of tool pointed upon them, and who get bummy and run, they were run down and GUN down. So we are talking about some bin and some sorts of Gaza kind of thing. People, it is crazy what is going on out there. But these people, I am sure that after this, they are going to think differently because it has actually reached home. 18 people's home. Some of them did not make it. Some of them battling. Some of them won't make it. As a matter of fact, like me say, I heard that it is 8 and then it gone to 10. Probably they are 12. Hopefully, The people that are there don't have any sorts of life-threatening wounds, but people, based on the pictures that I see, it was mostly pie up to the upper body, the upper torso, the head. So it don't look too good for those people either. However, hopefully they can pull through. So at the end of the day, the people have to learn. At the end of the day, the popo have to learn. The people know exactly who is causing these chaos and catastrophe and KILLINGS. But because some of them are beneficiaries to these crime, the same thing as it pertains to the popo. There are a lot of crooked cops that are benefiting from the proceeds of crime. But the good popo out there, this is what you're supposed to do. Once you get the name and you can validate or verify that these people are actually involved, these people are top KILLERS, you need to hold court, meaning being the jury, the judge, and even most importantly, the Tekwe people, justice, JUNGLE, JCF style, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that legendary dancehall reggae artist Buju Banton is getting a reality check, that maybe his concert tickets for his latest tour in America are kind of pricey. Or maybe they did not do their due diligence. They did not properly vet that it is not all of these states of the 50-something states in America that have a large Caribbean reggae and dancehall crowd. Yes, if you talk about New York, if you talk about Florida, if you probably talk about California, if you probably talk about Boston, Massachusetts, if you talk about Atlanta, maybe not so much Jamaican, a lot still, but those people are very progressive. Them like reggae, them like dancehall. So therefore, you could get your crowd from there. However, when you make shows in a places like Dallas, where you have a whole bunch of Spanish people, and I am not going to say that Spanish people don't like reggaeton, kind of the same thing, the copycat of reggae. However, they don't like it that much to be paying any $600, especially when they have enough picnic. So therefore, yes, they might have gone if the prices were probably $200, $300, but when tickets are the average ticket is $500 or so. Don't know the prices, but I heard, based on what I'm seeing on social media, that the tickets are very expensive, even for people that are doing well. You cannot be having $100 or $200 under the price of a Michael Jackson ticket when he was alive, a Beyonce or a Rihanna or a Jay-Z or one of those top artists. Yes, you are a global superstar. However, you have A-list and then you have B-list. As it pertains to tour, you have the stadium people and you have the arena people. Different class. Not to belittle his thing, but me just as say, you're not on that level as yet. So therefore, you can't just want to put out any sorts of tours. Now, people, I don't know exactly what happened for them to cancel a couple of the dates. Some of the dates back to back. One of them, I think, is in Dallas, Texas, like I told you. A lot of Spanish, maybe not so much Jamaican, Caribbean people. But usually, when this happens, it is because of slow ticket sales. It is because them realize, based on the amount of people that are buying the tickets and the time span, by the time of that show, more than likely, they are going to be on some sorts of losing column. They are not even going to break even. Because it's not like Jamaica, where you can keep some sorts of concert. And even Jamaica is a little bit different right now. You're going to need to have security, a certain amount of police per every 1,000 or so. I don't know what is the metric that they use, but you have to have security. You have to have this. You have to have a whole thing that goes into play to set up that show. So therefore, we are talking about buku cash just to get the show off of the road. So therefore, if you don't have that, by the time you look, you are going to have some sorts of loss. And even though it is said that this promoter is more than likely Rock Nation, to which Buju Banton is signed to. So these people are professionals. They have done many shows before, so they know when they are in the red or in the green, that means a loss or profit. And people are not in business for any sorts of non-profit organization. So it seems as if more than likely that is the reason why the tickets or the concerts were cancelled. So me I said to Buju Banton, maybe you want to think, maybe you should not have the prices so, or the ticket prices so high, and then maybe it might balance out. But people, even at Jamaica, those prices were high. And even when you think, say, you get VIP, and you look at it way back in the line, you can hardly see him. You have to look at him on some sort of screen or monitor in the stadium. So people, me just say, people want bang for their buck. People want something that is reasonable, especially in these financial hard time right now. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that this Vybz Kartel concert scheduled for December some dates of 2024, this year that is, will be the final nail in the coffin of Sting that is going to relegate them from being totally DEAD. And it is not as if they need any sort of help. Based on that debacle at the last thing as it pertains to Amari and Queenie, how low can you go as some sorts of show? So we hear some people, specifically Footer Hype, saying that Vybz Kartel needs to promote Sting. Sting is needed in the dancehall landscape. However, people, here's the thing. Based on the information that I gave you before broke the news, is that Joe Bogdanovich from Down Sound is the person that is promoting this show. He is going to take the first stage and is going to leave from Jamaica, Trinidad, Bahamas, amongst other places. Don't quote me. One of the stipulations, and Vybz Kartel said it himself, only one person can pay him. He did not give the name, but I know specifically that it is Joe. He is going to be paid Boko cash, a whole bunch of money. And like I said before, Vybz Kartel will either keep his show or get paid handsomely, minus all of the promotion, minus all of the hard work. So therefore, he is going to just go on stage, perform, get the money and cut. No source of stress, especially in his medical condition stage, physical condition stage. So therefore, it is like taking candy from a baby. One of the stipulations Joe would have had if he was going to pay Vybz Kartel this huge sum of money that it is said that he is going to earn for that show, that one night, couple hours or so, is that you will have no show, maybe 2 months, 3 months, 1 month in advance of this show. So therefore, if Vybz Kartel tell you, say, the show is going to be December, and we all know that Sting is December 26th, what's the name of the day again? Boxing Day or whatever it is called. Then therefore, there's going to be some sort of conflict of interest or clash. When people talk, you have to remember, Footer Hype is a selector. Footer Hype is not the sharpest tool in the shed, and people, I am not saying that he doesn't have some valid points at time, but Footer Hype is one of those persons that have ulterior motive. That means that him and Leng are probably friend, and Leng want him promote the show. Him a look some sort of kickback from Leng, so therefore he is saying stuff that is going to be beneficial to him. But the truth and the fact is that that will never happen for more than one reason. Like I told you, the stipulation of shows close to each other date, especially for that person that is going to pay you Boko cash. Leng definitely don't have any sorts of history of paying people high amounts of money, and even worse, even paying you your balance. You might is an operative word, get the deposit, but more than likely you will not get the balance, because he is going to give you some sorts of cock and bull story. And if you remember the history as it pertains to Vybz Kartel and Leng as it pertains to Sting, remember Vybz Kartel refused to perform and sting. He had his own show at the building in New Kingston, and you know exactly what happened. It was all over social media. He claimed, or it is alleged, that Leng sent the po-po for lock down the show, which they actually did. Thanks for the DJ bloggers that remix this information from me. Sometimes you need to give credit where credit is due. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.